feeling the beast, wanna see some more? You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's 2nd and 2. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go, set.
And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
The ball's out, he lost it. And the Eagles get to it. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A play fake now hurts to throw. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And they try to power right forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the pistol, Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Motion man right is Smith. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Andrews with the catch. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Hurts throwing again. Has a man, it's Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down after getting this to the 17, into the red zone. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Lone back gets the handoff, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 43. Thrash hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, ball at the 36.
Let's go now.
They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Check. Hey, check that. Go.
Back to the well again. Has a big hole left. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give them just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. Near the goal line. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Go.
He's dropping back to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now, they're left with 4th and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Go, Shaq. Ready.
Here's a throw. That call going against the offense. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Kurtz to throw. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the 1st down as he stays in bounds.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now, off play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So a punt coming up on 4th down, and it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set. Hut, hut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Connects with Thrash. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
70 range, 70 range. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
From the 17. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready, ready. Go.
He's going to throw this one. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hut.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Set, go.
They are throwing it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go.
Dropping back to throw. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. All right, defense did its job. Forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Juke the defender. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
They go with Barkley here. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Saquon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Eagles with a 4th and 3. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Now looking to throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 1-score game before halftime. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Taking a deep shot here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Hurts looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Hurts throwing again. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space up.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
2nd and 10 now. He's trying to push the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw, Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now Hurts. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanting to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down. They run it with Saquon. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Slot man in motion right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Hurts setting up to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
On third down, it's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. Fourth down coming up. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go! 79 Bronco. Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Here's a give up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
AT Cardinal. AT Cardinal. Check. Panther. Check go.
Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
Lightning 18.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
18 run. 18 run. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set.
Looking for a throw here. That's Mayer. He's got it. Big man's showing up the yards. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Gets this one to Andrews. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
They'll run here on first down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Got a man, it's Mayer. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Browns bring it back to even. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Into a crowd and intercepted. Will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Let's go now.
At the 29-yard line.
Man in motion here. On first down, they'll run. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go.
Shut up. Ready.
Pass play coming here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Try and get it into Nico Collins. And it's 3rd down now.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Go.
They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Set, go.
They're going play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Hurts now from the gun. Trying for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Set.
Offense to the line for second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
The give to the fullback. And this one doesn't go far. Give them 3 on that run. 3rd and 12 coming up.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Set, ready. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
Looking to the air here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! There he goes on the right side. And he makes the Huffco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set, go.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready up.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Let's go. Hut.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Bronco 80. Pioneer.
Looking to throw. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession.
At their own 4-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
On the handoff, it's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
No touchdown.
He's back to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Man in motion, out of the slot.
No touchdown.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. He's going deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No touchdown.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
No touchdown.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he drives this forward to the 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
No touchdown.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
37. Browns 27. Jake Elliott to kick off fourth down.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Great, set.
Now Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's going to field this at the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Go!
2nd and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Pass play now. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go!
Back to throw now. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Eagles will fly out of here with the road win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.